Welcome to the Streets Are Talking Urban Sports and News. We got two panelists with me, J Dog and Junior. What's up?
M-Town in the building.
We're going to start off with a little bit NFL. Everybody was talking about the call or no call. Saints.
And the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams.
Saints and the Rams.
So between the New Orleans Saints and the Rams, we had a call, and it was very controversy. A lot of people say it wasn't controversy about it. It was a flat-out pass interference. But been reported that there's a rule, and I'm gonna quote it here. It says the commissioner has the sole authority to investigate and take appropriate disciplinary and or corrective measures if any club action, non-participant interference, or calamity occurs in an NFL game which the commissioner deems so extraordinary, unfair, or outside the accepted tactics encountered in professional football that such action has a major effect on the results of the game. So basically, he could reverse the call, or he could reschedule the game between those two parties. So I want to know from you guys is, do you think that was a pass interference? And also, if you was a commissioner, what would you do? Would you get on the phone and be like, hey, reverse that call right now? Or would you make them play another game? Would you make them play the last quarter? Or would you make them just line up for the last few minutes they had left? What do you say, Junior?
First of all, this is the one time I wish Roger Goodell would grow up here. Knowing that this rule now exists, I feel like he should have exercised this rule, especially a couple times when my Lions played the Cowboys and we got robbed. So, real shit. But clearly, now that this is leaked out, he's going to have a problem. Now that more teams know that he has the power to do that, I feel like this thing should be overturned, and this whole thing should be replayed. I don't know if it should be that 1 minute. I feel like the whole game should be played, new refs, neutral site, because again, the Saints, we could literally be seeing the Saints and the Rams right now instead of seeing the Patriots and the Rams. We could be seeing the Patriots and the Saints. The Patriots and the Pats. So the Pats and the Saints. So I feel like he should just go ahead and redo the whole game, neutral site, and let it go down. But I know that's not going to happen. So what's the point of even having this power and not doing anything with it? So again, Roger Goodell, you still fucking suck.
Yeah, on top of that, so we got some New Orleans fans that are, they filed the lawsuit against the NFL for having this power and not using it. But, Jay, what would you do?
Well, I'm going to play the devil's advocate on this. Yeah, the call was fucked up. It was blatant that he fouled him in the helmet. But goddamn it, the Rams had a chance the Saints had a chance to stop the damn Rams from kicking the field goal and tying the game up. And then they could have scored in overtime or got 3. So they still had a chance. So, yeah, it was a fucked up call. I don't think there's nothing you can do about it now. Work harder on it next year. It sucks for them because the call did suck. Everybody seen it, and then it was said that the brother referee was going to pull his flag out, but the white referee told him to put his flag back. It's nothing. So there's some real controversy to it, but it is what it is, man. They should have D'd up, not let him get that field goal once, and then the second time not get it twice. Drew Brees had a real mediocre ass game. He didn't really do nothing. They shut Thomas down. They shut the running game down. So it is what it is. That's how I feel about it.
But even in that situation, I feel like the referee Tim Donahue, he's that boy. No lie. Because everything I keep hearing about, oh yeah, they covered the spread. Who gives a shit? Do you know how hard it is to get to the Super Bowl? Let alone how hard it is to get to that championship game.
It's hard, but like I said, they had a chance in overtime to score, and they didn't score.
But the game didn't even have to go to overtime because they threw the flag.
It didn't have
called
to.
It right. That would have been a wrap.
It didn't have to. It's a lot of calls that sent bitches to overtime, and they got beat. That's just how it happened.
You're right. Look at Kansas City and the Patriots.
Know what call you thought was incorrect?
Oh, there was a few missed calls in that joint. Like for the simple fact that roughing the passer call when the defensive lineman hand went across Brady's face, across his face, not even grabbed his face, Max, and went across his face, dog, and they threw a freaking roughing the penalty. Come on, dog, that's bullshit.
Okay, bullshit penalties like that happen all the time.
No, dog, that was you can almost say those are apples and apples. For the simple fact that they didn't exist. Those type of phantom calls should not be called. And then they turn around and say, yeah, we owe you one. And then when they give it to you,
they don't let you hardly touch the quarterbacks these days. We know that.
Yes, we do know that. But
there's been calls going against motherfuckers this whole year. There's more penalties on roughing the quarterback has ever been in the NFL this whole season.
Well, you're right, but again, there's nothing we can do about that because again, you gotta blame Brady for that. But what I'm saying is that we have a bunch of referees that are continuing to do the exact same thing, and it's ruining the game.
Yeah, I want to know how did they miss that? I mean, was everybody looking in?
I mean, this shit was so blatant, you could not miss it. I mean, you can catch a D lineman 20 yards back jumping off sides or flinching, but when you 2 yards away, you miss an entire helmet and pass interference call, man, fuck you.
So Jay, if that was your team, the Philadelphia Eagles, you wouldn't want to do over?
Hell yeah, he would. Because it's the Eagles. That ain't even a fucking question.
I mean, I would still feel like it was a fucked up call, like I still feel like for the Saints, but I still feel like they had a chance to win the game, and they did.
Okay, so keeping on with football, Jay, who you got for your Super Bowl picks? New England versus the Rams.
Remember I told y'all Darth Vader and the Sith Lord? That's who's going to win. Tom Brady and Belichick. The motherfuckers got good plans, good schemes, and they know how to find a bitch weakness, man. I don't think the Rams, how poor they played last week, because they didn't play that well either, or the Saints. So I would have to say they were going to have to put a lot of pressure on Brady, and that's the only way to play some real hardcore defense. Outside of that, I think the Patriots win by at least a touchdown. You go ahead, Junior.
I would say I was torn because if it would have been the Saints and the Rams, probably would have went with the Saints. But then I realized the Super Bowl was going to be played in Atlanta, and I could feel some type of way about that. So, But then I thought about, it's my man Brady, Michigan alum. Gotta go with that. But then I realized, wait, I think he supports Trump. So effectively, and then once Sue went over there to the Rams and started bad-mouthing the Lions, I really started hating the Rams. So, fuck the Rams, fuck the Patriots, nigga, I'm going for the rest.
Damn, so you want the rest to basically do what they did with the New Orleans game?
Pretty much. Because I'm not even watching the game. I'm not watching the halftime show. I'm not watching the opening. I'm not watching pregame. I'm going straight refs.
Yeah.
I'm going to be watching replays of the Pro Bowl. That's how I feel about it.
Oh, man, that was funny.
Damn.
Yeah, I never heard that before.
Well, I gotta go with my boy Brady. I gotta continue this streak. How Michigan produced the best quarterbacks, and I gotta lean on him. So I'm definitely going with the Patriots. I'm not confident. I won't bet that they'll win. It's hard to bet for the Pacers they'll win because they look like they're gonna lose, and like they're gonna win, and it's hard to know with them. But I got
hard to know.
Hard to know. Just like when they won against the Atlanta, they was down by so much, but then it came back. Then the Super Bowl before that, when they lost that one,
that's what it is. That's another reason why I don't want freaking the Patriots to win, because they playing in Atlanta's home turf, and I feel some type of way about that. I don't want them winning their first Super Bowl. I don't want them winning the Super Bowl. I don't want them winning the Super Bowl in Atlanta house. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not picking no team. I'm picking the fucking rest.
I got you. Now we want to get to our NBA section. So with the NBA trade line coming up, I want to know from you, Jay, who you think should be traded, what team you think needs to get them, and who needs to be picked up.
I agree with Junior. I think Kemba Walker need to be traded because it's a waste of his talents where he's at. I think he should go to at least a competing team. I would like to have him on the Lakers, but I think he should be traded. Mike Conley, I think he should be traded, which they're trying to, because they're trying to go young. So I hope he go to a team that's, fighting, making a run to the finals. And Big Gasol over there, he need to go on a team that needs a big man. I think he probably could help on the Spurs or something like that. And I think we might have to trade Ball off while we can right now. I'm not happy with Ball, so.
You just spent the first round pick on that. He's supposed to be the next best thing smoke.
I mean, we could have got an old boy that played on Milwaukee. He came out that year, and we got Ball, so.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Milwaukee? The one that. Not Milwaukee. I can't think of the team that's in the East. Dude played real good last year. Utah. A guy from Utah.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, we could have got Donovan Mitchell. So, yeah, Ball got to go, and I have to look at who else out there option out to be traded. I mean, if Boston want to trade Kyrie to the Lakers, we'll scoop him. And that's my last on that right there.
Well, first of all, Kyrie ain't going to the Lakers. That's dead. That's not happening. I understand you want that bromance to happen again, but that's not going to happen. You can scratch that out of your head. So, again, total agreements with Kemba being traded. I said it once and I said it again. I felt like Kemba needs to be traded, and the trade I would like to see is Kemba traded. I feel like it should be a three-way trade. I feel like Charlotte should trade Kemba Walker to Detroit. Detroit should trade Reggie Jackson to freaking L.A., and L.A. should be stuck holding the bag. But since that's not going to happen, on a more realistic note, I'm almost worried about Marc Gasol and Mike Conley, for the simple fact that these two guys, they got some years in the league, but given the simple fact that they're already on the trading block and given the history that they put in Memphis, it's kind of scary. So if I see Marc Gasol landing anywhere, I'm gonna agree with Jay again. I think the best landing spot for him would be San Antonio, because Pop has a way of getting these older vets to buy into his system and play well. And plus, Pop's system kind of runs fluently that way. Mike Conley, if he lands anywhere, shoot, I'd like to see him land in New Orleans. And there's a spot open in Houston. I just don't know where to stick it at for whatever reason, because James Harden right now is killing the game. So I think he'll be fit well without a point guard. But again, adding another point guard with Chris Paul there just doesn't make sense. So I don't think nobody else should make any moves as far as unless the Cavaliers are trying to move some money and get rid of Kevin Love, but I don't see where he can land anywhere. So unless somebody just got some money to spend, and the only people who got money to spend is the Knicks, and they damn sure ain't finna spend it on Kevin Love. So,
why you say it's scary about the Memphis Grizzlies with Conley and Mark?
Because they built that model of grit and grind. That, that's their model. Yeah, they just drafted some young studs over there. But if you take that soul out of there, then Memphis is back in total rebuild mode.
Yeah, they say it's too much against the cap, so that's why they're trying to. Both of them make a lot of money. They're trying to get rid of them.
Well, and again, one in this situation. I mean, one of them got to take a pay cut. That's simple. And again, who would you rather have take the pay cut? Is it Mike Conley, the star who runs your offense, or is it your big man? 9 times out of 10, the way the NBA is going right now, it's about the small ball. So, yeah, let's hold on to all of our people who can create the offense for it, because Marcus Gasol ain't going to create no offense for you. He's a big man. They not. He doesn't have that in him. He ain't his brother.
Speaking of big
Powell
man,
is better than him.
Speaking of big man, I forgot one. Anthony Davis, New Orleans, go ahead and let him go to the Lakers, man. That's where he's gonna land. Do it this year. Let's get it done. Please.
Man, cut it out, man. Cut it out.
Yeah, you wishful thinking. You say Conley might not be a good fit for Houston, but what about Mark out on Houston?
No, because they already got a big man. They got first of all, his money's going to cost too much, and Houston ain't trying to spend that much money. And then 2, they already were looking at Nene to pick him up. So for a big man, no. If Marc Gasol lands anywhere, like I said, it needs to be San Antonio. I agree with Jay. That is the system that fits well.
Okay, so what about Carmelo Anthony? He's stuck in limbo. Is his career over?
Oh shit. I'm going to venture yes. As much as I like Melo, and I've been a Melo fan, I was hurt and sad that Detroit passed on him when we had the opportunity to take him. But I mean, God, my man right now is just racking up the checks. I ain't mad at him, because that's the same thing my man Joe Johnson was getting from every team, was just collecting the checks. But I kind of think that his career is over, and this last buyout is going to be it. Will a team pick him up? Yes. Will it be fucking LA? Probably, for the simple fact that him and LeBron are fans. Will he fit there? No, because he has that ego that he feel like he needs to start. Then if he starts, then who is he going to start over? Kyle Kuzma? You going to push LeBron to the 4? What? Because, again, he wants to play the 3 because that's his natural position. So, I just think his career is done, and I don't see him landing in on a team that really needs him right now.
I don't think LeBron wants Carmelo Anthony. If he say in public, I think that's just lip service.
Yeah, I do too, Jay, because because it's been said, and I've heard it a couple of times, yeah, we cool, but again, from what I'm hearing and what I'm reading, it just won't work out. Because again, he said it when he went to Houston, like, man, I'm not coming up the bench, I'm starting. Well, look where that got you now. Yeah, you got the bag. You sure enough got that. But then you just got cut again, and now we don't know if you're ever going to see another roster again. So I think his career is over.
Hold on. I'm in the building. Can we say that same thing about Blake Griffin?
Fool, Blake Griffin is on a roster right now. What the fuck are you talking about? This is why we don't let you come on shows.
Yeah.
Y'all in last place, man. Y'all was doing real good, man. Because we say that same thing about Blake.
Blake Griffin is on the NBA roster right now. Can you say that for Carmelo?
Man, Carmelo about to be on the Lakers, which is in a better spot than y'all.
Oh my God!
I don't want Carmelo on the Lakers. I'm gonna tell you where I think he
need
to be at. I'm going to tell y'all exactly what Carmelo need to do.
Well, let's take it up, man. Let's say this. Shane back in the building, man. Shane back in the building, man. Let everybody know that Shane back in the building, man.
What's going on?
Back. Controversy is back, man. Controversy is back.
I want to say this. He need to call Ice Cube and get ready to play this damn summer.
Ooh. Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Ooh, the big three?
Here we go. Here we go.
Ooh.
That's what he need to be playing now.
That is a big deal.
I said that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think it's the best thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna help promote their shit, and that's where he need to be playing right now. Because he's not that.
Y'all need to stop it, man. Y'all need to put some respect on Carmelo Anthony, man, like Birdman.
We did.
Man. Put some respect on
Reggie,
man.
I
did.
Nobody wants to do it. Well,
if Draymond could play in the league, Carmelo could play in the league.
Wait, man, now
let's
you just
put it like that, man. Let's be honest, Jay. Come on, let's be honest. If Draymond could play in the league, Carmelo could play in the league. Let's be honest.
Jay won't even agree to that foolishness.
So if we sending Carmelo to the big three, we sending Draymond there too.
Wait, hold on. Now that you said
let's be honest.
Hold on, wait.
Let's be honest now.
Hold on, Shane. Now that you said that.
Let's be honest.
Now that you said that stupid shit, let me.
Now let's be honest.
How many championships does Draymond Green have over Carmelo?
Man, it has Draymond Green ever been a superstar that had to carry a team?
Don't
like Carmelo Anthony.
Because you already.
Yeah, you know me, man. This is the Black Skip Bayless. Let's be honest now. Let's be honest now.
Because the next statement to you was to shut the fuck up because you don't know what you're talking about.
Let's be honest now. Has that man ever had to carry a team? Carmelo had to carry a team. We know his credentials. Now, I said, now answer this question. If Draymond Green could play in the NBA, Carmelo can't play in the NBA?
So, first of all, let me get you to understand something.
No. Don't skip the question. If Draymond Green could play in the NBA, Carmelo can't play?
You fucking right, because Draymond Green is...
Man, come on, man. Stop it, man. You know the answer to that, man. Jay, all right, let's get it. Jay, let's go to you, Jay. If Draymond Green could play in the league, can Carmelo Anthony play in the league?
Only thing I can say is this. That Carmelo might be able to score a little bit more points than Draymond, but Draymond going to play some D, rebound, and get assists.
Okay, I'll put him in the box. Now, all the disrespect you done gave Draymond.
Hey, Shane, let me ask you a question.
I don't think he's an all-star at all. I think
I'm trying to figure out where the fuck
so he can still play in the league
now, but
as a role player.
Now his voice is...
I told you, I'm the Black Skip Bayless.
I want to ask the question. How did Draymond Green even get in the conversation? One is way younger than the other.
If Carmelo Anthony could play in the league, I know damn well Draymond could play in the league.
What does Draymond Green have anything to do with it?
One person has more years in the league than the other, so again, we're talking about privilege years, and again, and
one nigga played, all right, this is what I'm going to say. I want y'all to look at how I'm looking at it. One nigga could score, and one nigga could play defense. You feel me? So if that nigga could play, then the other nigga could play.
Y'all niggas just pick up Melo.
You get what? Put this way. I'm gonna take Melo. I'm gonna take Melo. I'll take Melo. Right now. I'll take Melo. Well, I'll take Melo in the Lakers.
But you know what? If Melo don't end up on somebody's roster by,
no, I guarantee you, he gonna be on the Lakers. He's going to be a Laker. I guarantee it. I know.
Agree with that.
If Melo's not on somebody's roster by March, Shane,
listen what I just told you. The man will be on the Lakers.
I'm telling you, the man will be on the Lakers. Not on the Lakers.
Big three.
By March.
Man, y'all won't listen. Would you please tell these niggas when I've been wrong, bro? I'll wait. I'll wait.
I'm just trying to figure out what Draymond Green got to do with it.
Exactly. Because if Draymond Green could be on
because you're a hater. You just coming on here to talk foolishness.
See, Carmelo could be on NBA.
Push your 100 pushes up. Shane, push your 100 push-ups.
Bro, I put this way. I know Carmelo ain't getting left open. No matter, he ain't a great three-point shooter, but they not leaving him open to shoot.
Push-ups on it.
You feel what I'm saying? They gonna run somebody at him. Right now, Draymond, these niggas is playing defense like they like give it to Draymond, let him shoot. He don't even want to shoot. Jay, tell me I'm lying. You've been watching the games.
Am
I lying?
He's not a shooter.
Am I lying?
Push-ups on it.
They running away from him. They just said shoot, bro.
He's not a shooter. He plays defense and passes the ball. Put 100 push-ups on it.
Don't get mad at me because I call out facts, man. Y'all can't get mad at me.
Nigga, you never spit a fact. We've been doing this show, nigga. You never spit a fact.
Man.
What the fuck?
Stop it, man. Stop it, man. I've been right.
For Shane, because we were talking about NBA trade, so I'm going to do a recap. So I got Jay and Junior saying Carmelo career's over, and I got Shane saying he still can play. But Shane, before the NBA trade line, who you think should go? You know we got Conley and Marc Gasol on the trading block. Who you think, where you think they need to go, and what other trade you think should happen?
This is what I'm going to say. And look at it how, you know, I come out of left field with everything. I'm going to say Conley, to help certain teams, I'm going to say Conley should go to the Timberwolves to help them. And I'm going to say Gasol. I think Gasol, he could go anywhere and help anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because the kind of player he is. You don't have to necessarily dial up plays for him. He could get his any way that he want to get it. I don't. Is that me with the win or something? I'm inside. I don't know.
That's you.
Somebody, no, I'm inside.
Yeah, that's me. Putting myself.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm inside. But like I said, Gasol, you could put him anywhere and he'll fit. He like his brother, man. You just put him in a system. They adjust. But Conley, personally, I think he should go to Minnesota. I want to see him go there.
I disagree. I don't think I don't think Marc Gasol can fit anywhere because, again, Father Time catches up with anybody. If he's going to go anywhere,
I understand.
If he lands anywhere, his ass needs to land where a space where he will be most effective, and that's with the Spurs.
Well, if he was going to be more effective, if he could help anybody, it'd be Detroit.
You always say the stupidest shit. Can you mute this nigga, please?
I'm trying to give y'all all the help you can get, bro.
Shut up.
Real talk, bro.
All right, then, so next topic, we're going to go into the boxing. Everybody seen the Broner and Pacquiao fight. This is my first time seeing Broner fight, and he reminds me of watching him fight the other guy that fought before him that came out with the I forgot his Wilder, the guy who came up with the Game of Thrones cape on. He reminded me of him. But I want to know, what do y'all, did it come out the way you expected, Jay?
Man, you disrespected the hell out of Wilder.
You ain't lying.
He no, it didn't come out how I expected it, man. I lost some cheese, and this nigga fought like a bitch the whole night. He wouldn't even fight back, and talking about he won the fucking fight, man.
I'm doing the hood.
Yeah, I mean, you complaining, talking about this is set up for Pacquiao and Floyd, they cheated me. Dude, your homeboy said you lost the damn fight. You didn't throw no punches. He just backed up the whole goddamn time. The whole fucking fight. And Pacquiao didn't have a great night, but he got in on his ass. Broner just sucks, man. I see why you lost 5 fights, man. I'll never go for your ass again, because I go for the brothers. So, you hear our show, Broner, you fucking suck, like everybody say online. Learn how to throw some goddamn punches, man.
All right, Broner going to pull up on you.
Well, shit, I'll fight him the way he fought the last fight. Shit. I said take my goddamn $20 I lost at the bar out on his ass.
Hey, you know what? I've got my money on Jay on that fight.
Damn.
Yeah, that dude sucks, man. I never, ever want to see him fight again. And I used to like him when he was young, and Floyd was trying to bring him up, but he got a big head, and he getting exactly what he deserved, ass whoopings now. And that's all I got to say. Yeah, I'm kind of pissed about that fight, but y'all can go ahead.
Oh, shit. Well, I told you Pacquiao was going to beat that ass. Check the tape. That's all I'm saying. Check the tape. I'm also going to say I did it for the hood. Because that's how I feel. I did it for the hood. This wasn't no setup. This wasn't no setup for the Pacquiao Floyd rematch. This was the simple fact that this man refused to throw his hands. He refused to counter. And you can never win the fight walking backwards. Yeah, it's some people who can amazingly do it, winning fights walking backwards. Some people like Floyd was able to do it. Oscar De La Hoya was one. Roy Jones was another who was able to win a fight walking backwards, but they were more effective counter punchers. And when they countered with just more than one punch. So, hats off to Caressa Shields for calling the fight how she called it. Because she said, like, look, you're not going to win the fight not throwing no punches. And that's exactly what happened. So, Caressa Shields, Jay, my cousin Jay, they said it, cuz you can't win the fight if you throw those punches. So, if you pull up on the hood, I'm going to say, my money on Jay.
Shane, did you happen to watch the fight?
Yeah, I watched it, man. I should give a think. I have nothing to say, man.
Did you have Broner win? Or you were just watching as a spectator?
Yeah, I thought Broner was going to win, man. I'm very disappointed. I have nothing to say, man.
Wait. Let me ask you guys. Why did y'all pick Adrian Broner to win? Is it because of Pacquiao's age? What was it?
Well, to be honest,
I'm going for the brother. I'm going for the brother, and I would thought the bitch would fight. He didn't fight. God damn, I could have got in there, and maybe I would have gotten my ass knocked out by Pacquiao. But the shit would have been more exciting, because y'all would have seen me just swinging at his ass. God damn, throw some punches. I'm in that motherfucker screaming, God damn, fight, bitch. Fight, bitch. Motherfucker. That bitch pissed me off, man.
So, Jay, do you want to let the audience know how much you lost? Let them into your soul?
No.
Hey, you sound kind of hurt. Your voice was shaking. Yeah. Boy, that sounds like more than a dove right there.
That's my first.
Yeah, I had to, I had to buy niggas lunch at work and shit like that. Ooh. Popeyes for the ballers. Niggas, they want churches, they wanted Popeyes, yeah.
So Jay, why you said, when I say he remind me of Wilder, why did that offend you? What's going on?
Well, because Wilder actually knocked this bitch down twice, man. This bitch here probably ain't even touched this man the whole fucking night.
You mean Wilder let them hands go?
Yeah. Wilder was trying to define a punch to knock this nigga out. This bitch was just running.
Here's the problem with Wilder, though. Wilder was also looking for a one knockout punch too, which that don't work either. I told you I exposed that when he fought that other brother too.
Yeah, Broner wasn't looking for that either.
Broner just wasn't looking to throw no punches. Period.
Yeah, I mean we know that's Wilder game. That's why he got 40 fucking knockouts.
Yeah.
So I ain't mad at him. I'm mad at this bitch ass nigga.
This is my question to you, and this is why I've been wanting to ask you forever, because you've been a Crawford guy. Man, and I told you, Spence could get Crawford. You still with Spence? You still with Crawford?
Yeah, I'm still with Crawford all day.
Over Spence?
All day. I like the
we're going to have to get on that.
I feel like my dude, the more skilled fighters.
Okay, we're going to have to get on that.
Every time I see a fighter that's skilled, he's never lost. Like Floyd Mayweather, he's never lost.
So can I say this about Adrian Broner real quick though? I feel like Adrian Broner is on the Roy Jones path. I mean, the cat was a straight out up and coming boxer. He had everything. He was knocking cats out, and then he showed up on a rap video. That was it.
I agree.
Yeah, see, all that, Junior. He doing all that, rapping and getting fatter and getting out of shape and playing around, ripping up money. The man deserves what the hell he's getting, man. I don't think nobody should pay him to box anymore. Flat out.
I think that was the smartest thing Junior ever said on this podcast.
First of all, I'm the one who bring the substance to the show, so don't get smart.
All All I'm saying is, when I seen that fight, I'm not a boxing enthusiast. I stopped watching. I'm gonna let the public see a little bit of my soul. I stopped watching boxing faithfully after Tyson got knocked out by Douglas.
Damn.
Yeah, so then I took a hiatus on boxing. Then I started watching again when Roy Jones and Money Mayweather. Then I took another hiatus. But watching Broner and Wilder, I wasn't impressed by none of them guys. Not like I was when I seen Spencer and what's the other guy name?
See, that's my point.
Spencer who?
Bud Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford. Yeah, I seen them guys. That was really impressed. But them other guys right here, they both need to go to the gym. Or go do some training, lead the rappers alone, and stop bringing the hood in their conversation, making us look bad. Cause I can go get somebody from the hood and they would have whooped.
Tell him, bro.
What the hell are you talking about?
What the fuck is nigga talking about, man?
Now we're gonna go with what the streets talking about. We're talking about the government shutdown. It was shut down for 35 days over a wall. Everybody heard about it. Everybody talking about it. If you got a family member that worked for the government, they didn't get paid. They probably asked you to hold a couple bucks. Hopefully you gave it to them. So, Junior, all this over a wall, was it worth it? Did it get anything done, even if it was mentally? What's going on?
Yeah, it feels like this was a total publicity stunt for 45, for Agent Orange. I mean, his whole campaign was brought on that Mexico was going to pay for this wall, but now he wants the people, good people like you, myself, Jay, Shane over there, his wife, all of us that pay the taxes over here, the same taxes that he won't pay, he wants us to pay for them, and I call bullshit. For the simple fact that my friends and family members were held hostage for 35 days and didn't receive a single dime because he wanted $5 billion for a border wall, which he could have got done in the first 2 years of his presidency when total control was held by the Republicans. But now, since he wants to make this a total publicity stunt and just blame it on the Democrats, we back to the same bullshit about who do we trust as black people? Who do we trust as black people? And it seems to be like there is nobody besides us. I mean, who do we trust in government? Nobody. You look at how we voted in this last presidential election. Look at what's happened to us at the same time with, look what's going on in Flint. Water still ain't right. Obama could have made an executive order and done with that, which means Flint would have been taken care of. But that didn't happen.
Preach to me.
And he was supposed to be for the people, so that didn't happen either. So, therefore, I say, was it worth it? Fuck no. Would it ever be worth it? Fuck no. Now we have a person that's running for president now who I want to support, but I can't even support her for the simple fact that she has a history as an attorney general of locking up brothers at a high rate. I won't say her name right now because everybody know who I'm talking about. And trust me, I was the biggest supporter of her. So now, again, I'm still stuck at the same spot now. Who, as a person who believes in politics and believe that the system can be fixed, who am I supposed to cast my vote for? Who am I supposed to believe in? Because me, on the other hand, I sit up here and I fight people every day about this exact same thing.
Right.
And I try to tell people why politics is so important. And yes, their vote matters. Do people not understand that within the next 10 to 20 years that black people can lose their right to vote? That was an executive order that could have been signed by Obama, but he still didn't do it when he was in the office either. I just thought people should know that as well. So, while I'm still in the realm of politics, I also want to bring to everybody's attention that here in Florida, we have something that we're actually trying to get done, and we need to get it done, and it's serious. Right? We can't leave the real issue at hand in the faith of one person. And I don't care if it's the president, your governor, your mayor, it doesn't make sense. These decisions that affect us everyday people need to be voted on by us everyday people. Now, I'm talking about the simple right of Medicaid and Medicare expansion. I myself am I have petitions that I need to get signed, right? And I need people to understand that Medicaid and Medicare expansion is needed and everybody will have health insurance. There is no reason why people work in a hospital that they can't get sick in. There's no reason why cold medicine that our parents, our grandparents need costs so damn much. Insulin costs so damn much. When a lot of this stuff can be cut just by expanding Medicaid and Medicare. So I'm saying that because if we do get this on the ballot in 2020, I urge everybody to go out and vote for it. That's my beef on politics.
I second that.
I also got something that came to light too. And this got brought to me by Instagram by a friend of mine. There's a small charter school in St. Pete that was robbed. Thieves stole from Mount Moraine Christian Fundamental Academy. Stole a whole bunch of equipment. It was estimated over $3,000.
What you gotta understand.
There's a page for that. Not a lot of money. But there's a page for that, and that school is going to need it because it's a very small school. It's not like it's a school that's funded by the government. They're getting grants and help. No, everything they do by themselves. Right? And it's a middle school, and they only teach grades 6 through 8. So it's detrimental that, I'll post a link so that way, we'll post a link so that way everybody can see it. But if you have it in your heart, donate to this school. Because it's in our community.
Yeah, how you go about donating to that again?
Well, again, we're going to post the link up so that way everybody can find the school. I don't see the GoFundMe page because it doesn't look like they have one, but they do have a fund for the school.
Oh, okay. So I want to close out with the government shutdown at my 2 cents. So they'll shut down for 35 days, over a month, for a wall. So I guess the reason for a wall is to keep illegal immigrants from coming over, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to keep them from coming over, but majority of the illegal aliens are not coming from the border. They're already in the United States. They're just overstaying their visa. So if you really wanted to go after the illegal aliens, you don't have to build no wall. You just have to get the ones that's already here. And how you do that is you go after the landlords, the business owners who are hiring these illegals, giving them homes, and taking away from American jobs. You got to go after them. Once you go after them, then all the illegal aliens will have to disperse because now they can't work. Now they got nowhere to stay. Now they got to go back and apply for that visa again. So this wall is really like, it's nothing but a game the Democrats and Republicans can play. The real issue is with the owners and the landlords and stuff. But the reason why they're not going to get them because they're all part of the system too. They're the ones, the money's flowing in. They're the ones, the lobbyists who give the money to these government officials for them to win that seat. So this will never solve anything. It's a vicious cycle. You got to look deep into it. So Bob Joe, he got 5-10 legal aliens working for him. He making a lot of money, but nobody going to dime him out because he giving so much money to the local mayor for the mayor to get that seat again. That's why we got to look into all the people running for office every time that come up. You know, when the presidential election come up, it's all over the TV. But when the local election come up, you don't hear about it. You're like, oh, man, I missed that election. What happened?
The meat and potatoes are always in the local table. That's why I'm always after y'all when it comes down to a fight. How many times have I called you hell in the past 4 years because, hey, you got your ballot, when you voting, when you drop it in the box, who you voting for? I mean, there's plenty of times me and you've talked about it over the phone, right?
Yeah.
So I'm constantly on y'all about local elections. So, because I know that's where the meat and potatoes are. It's not about the presidential. It's never. Because the people who affect us, everyday people, are the mayor, the governor, the senators.
It's a damn scheme. The Democrats and Republicans know ain't nothing going to happen. This wall ain't going to do nothing. Even if they build it, it's not going to do anything. They know what's going on, why the aliens over here, but they won't do nothing about it because that would mess up their pockets.
But here's the thing that's throwing me. Trump signed the bill 3 minutes ago to end the shutdown for 35 days. But in this bill that was passed that he just signed, it had $0 in it for his wall funding. So again, you held out and kept Americans hostage for 35 days for what, you orange motherfucker?
Yeah, that's it's a game. It's like them playing some type of online video game against themselves, and they're using the public to pick who's the worst person. Oh, the Republicans, they're holding your check because they don't want to build this wall. Then the Republicans say, well, Democrats don't want the Americans safe, so they won't let us build the wall. It's all a game to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a game. But that's it for us. Sign out, fellas. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Always. What it do?
All right.